So as you have created the R Shiny project, you can see these are the files that are present in the project. So first is the git ignore, then we have R profile, then this is the project, and then R environment and rnv.log. So what does git ignore do? It basically tells the git which file or folder to ignore or not to track in a version control. So there are basically many unwanted, unnecessary temporary files getting generated. So git is saying that do not track those temporary files, and also do not track the history and any user data that are not specific to the project. So it basically keep the clean and lean the whole repository. The second file that we have is the R profile. So what it does is basically set the environment. Like whenever you start this project and activate the environment locally. And then we have this folder that's very important. That's the R environment folder. Then you can see again you can find the git ignore, activate, library, and setting.json. So this folder contains the files and data for the managing R packages dependencies in the project specific environment. So you can see we have the library, so it basically stores the project specific version of R packages. And then we have the activate.r. It's a script to activate the R environment. So this is what you can see. We have the script that you don't have to go through it. It will automatically generate, and you don't have to test this script as of now. Then at the last we have the R environment.log. So this is a log file that lists the exact version of R packages used in your project. So it includes the package name and version, like source of installation, whether this is installed from the CRAN or from the GitHub, and all its dependency. And it also allows the exact reproducibility, like someone else want to get the same setup. So there is a code that you can run, and you will get the same setup in your system. So that's the code is called RENV, and here you can see like restore. So if I click this, I get the same environment, same package installation, same version in my system. So hope you have understood all the files that are listed here in the project repository. So now the third step is to set up the connection with the GitHub repository to the RStudio. So for that, I'm going to take you to the Chrome browser. Here you can open your GitHub profile, the GitHub. I'm like opening this. And this is my dashboard, and if you have already GitHub account, then you will find this kind of interface. But if you don't have the account in your GitHub, always can create the account, and then you can like set up things up. So here is the options to create a repository. I'm clicking on the new. So new, we are going to give the name production rate Shiny app, and you can also provide a description, and you can also add the readme file. For now I'm not adding these things. We will do it from the RStudio itself. So make it public. So create the repository. Wonderful. So we have now created our first repository in a GitHub, and you can see we have this code to set up with our RStudio. So I'm copying all this code. I'm taking it here. Let me close this, and you can create a one R script here from new R script. I'm just copying it to get the help from this code. So here you can see we have the git init, but basically it initializes the git that we have already done. That's why we have got this git ignore file here. And we can also add read.md file. For now, I'm not doing that. Let me first do one main thing is called create a main branch. So I'm going to terminal, and here you have to paste. To paste in a terminal, you have to click Ctrl+Shift+V, and then click on enter. Right? And then you have to also run this remote. So this one is very important because this is a link that let you connect the particular GitHub repository with your RStudio. So I'm just copying the git remote add origin here and I'm pasting here, enter. Now it's got connected. So if you want to see the status, then you always can type git status. What is saying? Status is not in git command. Oh, I think this should be small letter. Yeah. So you can see it got connected and no commit happened till now. And you can see that these are the files that are created but not committed yet. So if you click on the git here, so you can see all these are available in her local directory but not pushed on the basically in a GitHub repository. So you can click on these files that you want to push on the GitHub and you can commit from here, and you can see all the codes that are newly developed. These are the new code that you have written and it will get uploaded on the GitHub. So I'm just writing like git initial setup. Yeah, so I have committed that. So you can see we have got the main branch here. So once you have committed all the code, so you have to click on the push button to push all your code on the GitHub repository. So here we can see everything is up to date. So you can go to the GitHub repository and you can refresh that. And you can see you have all the files and folder updated on the GitHub repository. So this is how you will commit and push the code on the GitHub repository. So hope you have understood how you can set up the Git and then how you can commit over the changes and then finally push the code to the GitHub. You can also pull the code from here. So we will also do that in an upcoming part of the video.